we had a really lucky situation that I shared a couple of years ago. Someone hit our parked car when we weren't there and left a note and said they were sorry and left their name and phone number. And I thought that was just a class act, because you think how often someone will do something wrong and when nobody's looking, they just think, hey, I got away with this, and they drove off. The funny thing is it's a Tesla, and it has Sentry mode, and it wouldn't have mattered if this person had been honest or not, because we had a perfect video of the accident plus a video of the person's license plate, license tag. We had it, but they had done the right thing, and they called their insurer and said they'd done this and blah, blah, blah. So all that was great. So I get a call within like 2 days from an adjuster with the insurance company. And the adjuster says, oh, well, we've done an estimate of the damage to your vehicle, and we'd like to send you a check for $1,150. And I'm like, well, thanks, but no thanks. I'm going to take it to a body shop. And we went through this song and dance and found a Tesla-approved body shop that they also do business with. And it goes to the body shop, and then the body shop gives its estimate, which was $8,800. So here the insurer was going to give me $1,150. And a lot of times when it's a smaller accident, what do you see when you drive around? People don't repair their car. They just leave the damage, take whatever money they get from the insurer, and they feel like, hey, I just won the lottery. But you didn't, because when the time comes you want to sell off your car, you're suffering the real loss, not what the insurance company gave you. And we were going to fix the car. So know this. It is very common, and there was a story, what made me think about this was I read a story the other day about auto insurers doing this, where they lowball the other party, not their insured, but where their insured's at fault, that they lowball to the third party like me that was not their customer, and hope you'll just say, well, great, yeah, send me the $1,150. I'm good. But what you'll find out is it might not always be as extreme as offering basically 12% of the real cost of repairing the car, but it will be way below what the real cost of repairing your car is. So that's why you don't just accept that check. Now, depending on the state, because auto insurance is regulated by the state, the insurer, if you actually do decide to get your car, truck, or SUV or whatever repaired, that payment is not a waiver of you receiving more money if the cost of repairing the car is more than their initial estimate. Some states, you take that check, it's over. And that's all you're going to get. Others, that's only an opening offer. And even if you take the check, it's not final if you get the vehicle repaired, because that's the real test. If you're not getting it repaired, then you're in a weak position getting a fair payment from the insurer. And there's something else I have to say. You know, you see the TV ads, the billboards for the personal injury lawyers. And it's been my belief for a long time that the auto insurers have brought that on themselves with all the, you've been injured in an accident, now you can be a zillionaire. I mean, it's funny, you drive down I-95 in Florida, and it seems like every other billboard is for some personal injury lawyer, and you'll see on many of them where they're acting like you won a lottery, that you were in an accident. It'll show somebody will be smiling with a big check they're holding, with a lot of zeros following whatever the first digit is. And, now I'm rich because I hired blah, blah, blah. So there is a certain thing, a mentality that, hey, I got hit, so now I'm going to be rich. And that's been influenced by all this TV advertising. But I think there's another thing, and that is following an accident with injury of some kind. A lot of insurers really play dirty pool in this area, and they don't play straight with people, and they lowball, and they say, oh, you don't need a lawyer. Just work with us here. Just trust us. And the industry has so acted in bad faith with people injured in accidents that it's like the industry's driven people to lawyers. I think how often I've talked to people who say, I didn't want to hire one of those people. I didn't want to hire one of those lawyers, but the insurer was playing dirty. And so we've got a lot going on here that drives up the cost of insurance for all of us. And that's just one part. Now, I just insulted a lot of professions and a lot of industries, all in just a couple of minutes here. So remember, we have clark.com/clarkstinks, where you can go post where you feel like I'm only telling part of the story or a slanted viewpoint of it about what goes on with auto insurance and claims.